First missionary journey. This here marks a big change. First of all, it's a change in the book of Acts. Up to this point, it's been the movements of Peter. From here on out, we won't hear much about Peter. Matter of fact, in the rest of the Bible, he still pops up here and there, but the emphasis here switches over to Paul and what Paul does from the rest of the book of Acts. But this is also a big change in the Bible. Up to this point, it's been about the Jews, Israel and Jews. But now it's going to be about Gentiles. It's also a big change in geography. Up to this point, it's been all about the Fertile Crescent, from Egypt over to Babylon to Persia. But now it's going to be about the Mediterranean. Big changes. Also, Antioch now is the center of operation, which just makes sense. One, the people are more open, more ready for the changes that are happening. It's also a more prosperous area, being able to fund things. But it's also easier movement. It's the crossroads of several trade routes and easier to move around. John Mark is introduced here. It's not known for sure, but it is generally felt that John Mark was that young man in the Garden of Gethsemane where they grabbed his clothes and he ran away naked. No one really knows, but it is thought that is who it was. He is going to Cyprus with them, which makes sense because more than likely he's from Cyprus. That was going back to home turf. It was a good situation for him. Besides, he was a cousin to Barnabas, and he was going with family. But then it says that that he left the group. He left and went back home, and no one really knows why. Different theories, so I might as well give you mine. I think there's two major things going on here. First of all, he didn't sign up for the radical ways, the fearless ways of Paul's methods. I mean, he was going with Barnabas, who was quiet and patient and working with people, and not the fierceness of Paul. No, I don't think he signed up for that. And besides, they were leaving Cyprus. In other words, there had been a changeover of power. It was no longer Barnabas and Saul. It was now Paul and Barnabas. And Paul wanted to go to the mainland, into his area. Now, John Mark didn't sign up for this, so he's going home. Later on, we know that Paul rejected John Mark when he wanted to join the second missionary journey. He was rejected of Paul, only later on to be accepted of Paul as one worthy to be a partner in ministry. Oh, John Mark. All kinds of opportunities. Just the great people he knew. He personally knew Jesus. He probably knew Lazarus. He knew Peter. Matter of fact, it was Peter who dictated the book of Mark, and Mark wrote it down. He knew Barnabas, the great man of faith that he was, and he knew Paul. Along with that, he probably knew Timothy and Titus. Oh, a man with so much potential, and became a man of God. Well, come back when we give you more insights on the story.